It's SAD, we're calling it.
Yeah.
What is SAD?
Seasonal affective disorder is what it is. It happens a bit in Australia. About 1 to 2% of Australians suffer from it, but it's much higher rate in like Scandinavian countries when they have like no light for 6 months.
Dark, snowbound.
That's right. All of that. Yeah, all of that. Now we have it to some extent here, but not nearly to the same extent. Well, what happens is because of the days being shorter, fog, overcast, cloudy days, lack of sun, what happens is that the pineal gland, which is inside the brain, which is light sensitive, doesn't secrete enough melatonin, and melatonin deficiency causes depression, and it slows you down, and then everything else follows. You don't get enough sleep. You want to eat sugary foods and starchy foods. You don't really want to exercise. You're listless, and of course then you put on a few kilos. You want to eat more. You get depressed. You get sort of in a downward cycle.
I'm ticking a lot of these boxes as you mentioned. People do feel these things, and you can't explain it. But you can. We can't. Now, you can even feel a bit melancholy as the seasons change. It change of light, the early close of the day. Is that a natural thing? I feel a bit sad about it.
And that's it. And so that the therapy requires light, vitamin D, getting melatonin on a prescription. Some of those things can help as well. But this is something real because the brain needs light. Not enough light. Pineal gland gets starved and doesn't produce enough melatonin, and the depression starts.
Now, there are some famous people who suffer from this, but just before we look at those, let's have a look at some of the tips that we can use to kind of force off SAD or seasonal affective disorder. Get some sun. Well, that's a little bit difficult to do sometimes in winter, but that's a good tip.
Well, in Scandinavia, what they do is they actually have artificial lights. People will sit at their desk looking out at whatever light they can get, and they'll have artificial lights on for sometimes 6-7 hours a day.
We get a lot of light in here from 5:30 to 9. What about keep moving, stay social? That's important. Brighten your environment. Maybe wear a yellow tie with a red shirt, something like that, and don't hibernate.
Yeah, absolutely. Do all those things. Stay social, get the exercise. But what happens, you see, is when you've got colder weather, maybe rainy, and the days are shorter, you don't want to go outside and jog, let's say. So you see, people do tend to shut down a bit more than compared to what they do in the summer months.
You've got some famous people who suffer from S.A.D. Now, they've got all the cash in the world, at least they did, but they still couldn't ward off these effects. So why is that?
Well, Cary Grant, for example, now he was born in Bristol, England. He loved Hollywood because of the sunshine, because sunshine was there, and